All right. Hi, everybody. Clint at Mantle Skull 101. We're back out at the gun club today shooting, you guessed it, 10 millimeter. I know, I can't finish up. There's always something else I want to check out. So today, we have these Velo brand 200 grain hard cast bullets. Now these, according to the manufacturer, 1,200 feet a second. That's a good stout load and a hard cast bullet. So we're going to shoot it into 2 jugs of water with a pork shoulder blade strapped to the front, and then a new twist today, a big block of ice right behind it. So hopefully I catch that bullet. I have a hard time capturing these hard cast bullets, even through 3 jugs of water. They penetrate like crazy. Let's see how this goes. We're going to load them up. 200 grain hard cast out of a 10 millimeter Glock. This is a Glock 20. I got my Vortex Defender ST red dot on it. This is 3 MOA. I switched to 3 MOA from a 6 MOA. I think I'm liking it. We'll talk about that later. And I also have my Streamlight TRL 1000 HL. This is a 1000 lumen light. I took a walk through the woods one night, and this light does an amazing job. It turns 100 yards into daylight. And then the red dot, both eyes open. You can acquire it easily. It's pretty cool. I think that's a good setup, especially for at night. It's impressive. Anyway, let's get her loaded up. I'm going to take a shot through the pork shoulder blade, 2 jugs of water, and a block of ice in the back. We'll see what happens. All right, let's rock and roll. So that looked like a good hit. Let's go down and check it out. All right, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to walk you guys down there. Got a good hit on the pork shoulder blade. And so I'll show you that. It is right there. I don't know if you can see that very well. And then penetrated this jug fully. Penetrated the next jug fully. You can see the hole by the handle. And look, we finally caught a bullet. Can you see it? It's right there in the face of that jug. I'm going to set this up and dig that out with my Leatherman. Got to have a Leatherman on you. Don't leave home without it. That's pretty cool. Caught that bullet right there. Wow, that might be hard to get out. Oh, there we go. That, my friends, is a hard cast bullet. It's not even deformed. I mean, it's got rifling marks in it and just a tiny bit on the cone. I feel like if you had to, you could load that and shoot it again. So that's pretty cool. That's a good result. Now, we'll switch to a hardcast hollow point that I've made. This is a 200 grain. Mine are 180s. All right, so that was a pretty good result, right? I'm pretty happy with that. Finally caught one of the bullets. That's a hardcast Velo, 200 feet a second. And, 200 grains, 1,200 feet a second. Nice. Stopped it right in the front edge of that block of ice there. And the bullet's not deformed. I showed you that. So now we're going to switch up just a little bit. These are my 180 hard casts. And I've created a hollow point in the front of these. And they're not all identical. I kind of shallowed up the hollow point, so I'm going to pick one that I know is one of the more shallow ones. Let's do that one right there. Now, again, a hard cast bullet, but with a little hollow point in it, it's a whole different world. So hang on. Trying to reuse that front jug, so I got to aim a little low, so hopefully I can pull that off. It's leaking, but I moved my bone down a little bit. Let's give it a go. Here we go. You set? Let's rock and roll. Well, I hit it. That had a little pop to it. Now, that's my 180 load at 1,200 feet per second. That felt warm compared to the velo load. I have not shot those through the chronograph. Maybe I'll do that next trip out, which means I'll be shooting 10 millimeters some more. I can't get away from it. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, so let's go have a look at it. All right. Well, pulled a good hit on that, and it split the jug. So my hit is right there on the bone. I'm gonna get you down where you can see it. I'll pull it out. Yeah, good hit right here. Good hit on the bone. Like I said, that felt warm. That had some recoil to it. Get that out of there. Nice clean hole through there. 180 hardcast hollow point. Entry point right there. That's from the last shot. And then it blew the back open on this thing. I don't think the bullet's in there. Let's find out. Nope, I hear nothing. But it did poke a hole in this one also. Right here. And here's the exit hole. So, looks like I didn't capture that bullet. And then, well, I'm not sure if that's an impact on the ice jug or not. Well, that was a hollow point, hardcast hollow point. All right, so you saw that. Got a good hit on it. Went through the bone, went through the whole first jug, well, split the first jug, and then went all the way through the second jug. And I didn't catch a bullet. I think we got to try again. I'm going to set that up all over again, and we're going to try again. I expected more hydrostatic shock and less penetration, but that was that shallow hollow point. So let's set it up and give another shot at it. All right, we're going to try it again. Same thing, one of my 180 cast hollow points. These are about 1,200 feet a second. And I took about 15 grains of lead out of there, making the hollow point. That last bullet got away from me. So, in the name of jug conservation, I'm going to shoot through the bone, through the jug, and into the ice block. And in the past, these have exploded and disintegrated, fragmented, so that I can't recover a bullet. I'm just recovering scraps, but that one went through. So it seems to vary a little bit, but here we go. It's not the load, maybe just the bone's different, or I'm not sure what to tell you. Anyway, let's rock and roll. 180 grain hollow point, hard cast hollow point. Well, that split the jug wide open and rocked the ice block behind it. Let's go take a look. All right, well, I got good news. We caught the bullet. It's in the ice block. Bad news is I'm going to have to dig for it a little bit. So I grabbed a hammer and a screwdriver. This is what I got with me. I'm going to try to dig that out. I'll bring you with me. Let's take a walk. Take a walk on the wild side. Yeah, so good deal there. Split that jug wide open. Had a good hit on the bone right there. I was aiming right there, so that's about an inch high or so, I guess. And split that jug nicely. And then the bullet penetrated right next to where the other one lodged. The other one stuck right there. This one went in deeper. I don't see the bullet. I see it's kind of crushed behind it. So we're going to dig that out. I think I'll spare you the details and I'll get back with you when I get it out of there. Hold on. right, got my handy dandy Hornady electronic scale. Let's see what this thing weighs. I'm very curious. That's a pretty good result. I mean, that's full penetration on a jug and through the bone and all the way through the jug. And then, oh, it was probably, I'd say 2.5 inches deep in that block of ice. Let me zero that. Zero, I said. Oh, there we go. There we go. 156. So if I took 15 grains of lead out of it when I made the hollow point, that makes it a 165, and it comes up now a 156. So that means I only, for 0.7 even, I only lost 9 grains of lead out of that. That's pretty good weight retention. So, not bad. That was a good test. I'm glad I did that again, tried it again. All right, we're going to move on to some explosive stuff because I know you guys like explosive stuff. So hold on. All right, we're ready for some explosive stuff, right? Right? So, you probably saw this before. This is a 155 Hornady XTP at 1,500 feet per second. These are, I forget the exact number, but over 700 foot-pounds of energy. But we know that's not the whole story, right? You've got energy, you've got penetration, you've got sectional density. I don't know, maybe we should make up a whole new math formula because foot-pounds of energy says a lot, but it's not the whole story. But I'm going to show you what foot-pounds of energy look like. So we'll load up the 155, 1,500 feet per second out of a 10 millimeter Glock 20. Let's rock and roll. Yeah. So that felt pretty good. Had a little snap to it. And the bone came tumbling back, even with my new method of bone retention, because you want to be able to retain your bone. It came tumbling back to my foot right here. But that looks pretty impressive, right? I imagine the bullet is destroyed. I'm going to go have a look at it. All right, so that's pretty good. Stayed in the first jug like we anticipated. Mushroomed the lead out very nicely. See that? Pretty completely mushroomed. And then there's the copper jacket, separated, mushroomed very nicely. Another little piece of lead I found lying around there. Let's weigh this and see what we get. Give it a minute. Take the water off. Zero the scale. This is a 155. Pork shoulder, water jug, did not hit the ice block behind it. At 123. So lost, 22 grains of weight. That's not terrible. That's a stout round, That'll do most of what you would ever ask a pistol to do for sure. So I'm going to set up. We'll move up to a 180. All right, here we go. We're moving up in grains of weight of bullet. 180 grain XTP hollow point at 1,300 feet a second. This is a good stout load. Now the foot-pounds of energy is dropping into the high 600. I think is like 670, somewhere in there. But I expect better penetration. Now, will it completely penetrate the first drug into the ice? Perhaps. Let's find out. I better put some ears on. That would be bad. Okay, let's get her on. Woo! That was impressive, right? That looked good. Tumbled that jug off there, split that baby wide open, and I can see the hole in the ice block. Let's go check it out. All right, let's take a walk up there and see what we got. I picked the jug up. You can see, totally split that jug wide open. Totally wide open. There's the bone. Let's see what's going on there. I'm gonna have to set you down for a minute. Give you a little better angle maybe. No, you can see. This Leatherman's a one-handed tool. That's pretty cool. Are you guys hearing about the Leatherman yet? I don't know. I can't stop talking about it. So, bullet impact, exit. A little bit going on there. That's a good hit. Good hit. Went through the jug entirely. Split it wide open. That's good hydrostatic shock too, right? I don't know who's coming to clean up this mess. Okay, here's the bone or the bullet impact right there. I can see a little brass in there, or copper. So let's cut it open and see what's up. The method I used last time seemed to work pretty good. Let's try that again. Oh yeah, it's almost like I know what I'm doing. Almost. Yep. Let's get that heavy pry bar slash flat nose screwdriver out of there. Chip away, chip away. Oh, here she comes. Oh, not bad. It's a little crooked, little turned over on the top for whatever reason. I couldn't explain that to you. Let me get you a look at it. All right, so right there, it's kind of turned over on the top. Pretty good penetration though, right? Out of a hollow point. We had good hydrostatic shock, I would say, out of that, because it split that jug wide open. And again, penetrated, you know, a couple inches into that. Let's check into that ice block. Let's check bullet weight retention. See what's going on there. Get you set up again where you can see. Got a little water weight on it, so I'll bounce it around a little bit. Let it dry off. Okay, power. 0. There we are. There we are. This is a 180. 178.9. That's 178.7. That's 1.2 grains of bullet weight loss. That's awesome. Bullet retention's awesome on that 180. Again, we're close, you know, that's whatever, 7 yards at 1,300 feet a second. That's pretty good. And the high 600s, like a 670 foot-pounds energy. Nice, good result. Okay, we're going to go up again. I got 200 grain bullets also. We're going to load one of those up, get the target set up, and we'll have some fun. Alrighty, here we go now. 200 grain Hornady XTP hollow point. This is 1,200 feet per second. No, this is 1150. It's the max load in the Hornady book. So we know the FBI load was 200 grains at 1,200 feet per second. I think that's attainable, but for right now, this is max load in the Hornady book with blue dot powder. I think there's a little more to be had with the 200 grain, but we're going to go with this for right now. I'm going to put the ears on. All right. I think I'm going to tip that just a little bit that way. Wow, good hydrostatic shock. Split the jug. And let's see what happened behind it. Let's check it out. All right, we got a good hit on the bone. Looks like good hydrostatic shock still. That's at 200, you know, split that jug wide open. Here's our hit on the bone. Hopefully you can see that. The sun's giving me a hard time, especially with my glasses on. Yeah, hit on the bone there, so a good hit on the bone. I'll pull that down, the plastic down so y'all can see it. Penetration there. That's about dead center of the jug. Like that. There's our hit on the bone right there. Kind of, yeah, fragmented a little bit on the backside, not a ton. But then going into the jug, we got, you know, split that thing wide open. So good hydrostatic shock, I would say. And then the back end split open. Maybe that's where the bullet came out, right there, I would imagine. Let's get this out of the way. And the bullet went in right there in the ice block. So I'm going to cut into it like we do. Oh, I see it. Is that it? Nah, I think that's a reflection of the light. But let's get in there. See what we can find. Oh, I see some lead in there. Looks like it tumbled a little bit. So, you know, a 200 grain bullet now is going to be longer. So maybe have a tendency to tumble? Possibly. Oh, there it is. Well, there's the, interesting. There's the lead core. Nicely mushroomed. I don't see a copper jacket anywhere. I wonder where that went. I don't see it in here. Nope. Nope. Interesting. Well, let's give you a look at that. It's mushroomed nicely. You know, there we go. There you can see it. Yeah, but the copper jacket's gone. So I'm going to say that probably came off in the jug. And I don't know which jug that is now because I just threw it down amongst the pile. So that was a 200. About the same penetration and as the 180, and it looked like, you know, to the naked eye, about the same hydrostatic shock. Of course, I'll watch the video back with you and we'll decide what we get. So that's a pretty good result. Yeah, let's weigh it. Even though we lost the entire copper jacket, I don't know what happened there. It might have been in the jug and I didn't realize it and dumped it out. I'll go through the jugs as I'm putting them away. Maybe I'll find that copper jacket. So 153, but how much does the copper jacket weigh? I don't know exactly, but subtract that. I don't know. It looks like a lot of bullet left there, you know. So that's good penetration and a good bullet and good hydrostatic shock. I wonder about the jacket separation though. That's kind of interesting. All right, I have one wounded jug over there. I got a little hotter load of a 200. I'm going to try to shoot it low because it's only half full of water. I'm going to shoot it low and we'll see what that looks like. Just for fun. We got to have some fun. All right, I got one half full water jug. I'm going to shoot it with a little warmer 200. Now this is 1,200 feet per second with a 200 grain load. I'm not telling you what powder or how much because I don't want to have to pay for face reconstruction on you. So be careful when you reload. All right, let's get it on. That felt pretty good. I don't feel any problems with that load. Shot nice, locked open. Good result on the jug. Hold on to that, keep it separate so I can specifically look at that brass. Okay, let's go check it out. All right, we have achieved and arrived at the fun portion of the program today. We're just going to shoot some stuff. I'm going to put a couple of 155s into that block of ice and see what happens. I think it might be cool. Let's find out. So again, these are, you know, the drill 155s at 1500. Pretty snappy, pretty wicked. Not necessarily a ton of penetration, but, you know, for most purposes, pretty wicked load. So what do you think? Should I do 2 or maybe 3? I think I heard you say 3. So let's do that. Here we go. I think I might have shot through the hole the last time. That was pretty good. That was fun. Let's walk up and take a look at the carnage. What do you say? Yeah. There's something going on there. Turn that into crushed ice. That's pretty wicked. Pretty wicked. I kind of hit all three shots to the right a little bit, it looks like. Definitely did some damage. Yeah, look at this. That's margarita ice right there. All right, very good, very good. So, that was 155s. Let's go right here and put a couple of 180s into it. What do you think about that?